Commander's log. Stardate 150517. How's everyone doing this week? I'm doing okay. Still alive. Must be doing something right. This week's unofficial sponsor of Prosper is our friends over at Beer and Song of the Day. You find them on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Beer and Song of the Day. It's spelled just the way it sounds. If you can't figure out how to spell it, there's something wrong with you. You are highly illogical and you have no place being on the internet. I got something special for them. But first, might as well. First off, before any of the birthdays, I want to give some love to Ironhorse Screen Printing and Dan Butler. Why I'm giving love to these two? Here's why. Dan Butler, you've heard the name before. Dan Butler made a picture, was able to put together a picture for me in Photoshop. I gave it to the people over at Ironhorse Screen Printing, and they made this lovely thing for me. I absolutely love this thing. That's it, folks. The Patriots troll. You got the troll face, and you got the asterisk, which pretty much sums up Tom Brady's last Super Bowl, if you ask me. But hey, you know what? They suspended him 4 games. A little whiny bitch is going to frickin' appeal it. Hey, you know what? Good for you. Yeah, just take your lumps. You didn't cooperate in the investigation, which I think is why you got the 4 games. But hey, you know what? Let's not talk this BS. Let's have some fun. I'm taking it a little healthier this week, you know? One thing Worf tried from The Next Generation, the episode Yesterday's Enterprise, Guinan recommended it to him. Prune juice. Or as he called it, a warrior's drink. That is my beverage of choice this week for you all. Cheers to you all. Or kapla, as they'd say in the Klingon Empire. Nice and cool. I like it. All right. Started out right. Well, let's get back to where we should be going, shall we? Hit it up with the birthdays from the 11th. My dear friend Chauncey McTaintstain, otherwise known as Brian Hardwick. Chauncey, how's life treating you, bud? How you doing? Hope you're doing all right in New Mexico. Better than old Mexico. But hey, hope things are going well for you. Miss talking to you. Hit me up sometime, or I'll hit you up. Happy birthday to you, my friend, and I hope Katie spoiled you. Happy birthday. All right. Next up on the list, a dear friend of mine I knew from Germany. Spent a good 3 years with him. When I flew into Baltimore, they picked me up the next day, took me to the airport, took me to lunch. I loved catching up with her. Mallory Noble, her and her husband John. Mallory, happy birthday to you, my dear. I hope life's treating you well. Did I read somewhere where you got number 2 on the way? I hope I did. I hope I didn't misread that. I hope I didn't forget about it. Congratulations to you and John. To you two, the Prosper salute for being such wonderful friends, taking care of me, helping me out. You know, I still remember when Robin was in Indiana while we were in the process of moving, you'd let me come down to get Serenity and Schuster. Puppy therapy, as I called it. It worked. I loved it. I thank you guys so much for everything you've done. John, I hope you spoiled her. If not, I'm going to come to Baltimore and attempt to kick your ass. But anyway, happy birthday. All right, last birthday from the 11th. One of my wife's sisters, you know, like I have my brothers, my wife has her sisters, April Brooks. April, sunshine, how are you? Are you still running? I hope so. I hope life's treating you and Josh and your family well. I hope things are going good for you. April, I hope I get to see you in November when I come home. Happy birthday. You may or may not have heard her. That's my house commander out there. She just got back. I'll touch more on it later. Next birthday. Guy I knew in jolly old England, as we call it. Now, I got the pronunciation of your name from Josh Baker. If it's wrong, I apologize. Josh Busseri. Josh, how you doing, bud? How's life treating you? Hope you're doing good. I hope you're being prosperous on your business trip. Hey, I hope you like the threads. I really do. Or this with some of you Patriots fans in mind. I'm just busting your chops. Josh, my friend, happy birthday to you. All right. Next birthday. Moving on to the 13th. A lovely gal I have yet to meet in person. She is a huge 7 of 9 fan. Maegan, I'm going to butcher this one too probably, so if I do, please forgive me. Maeghan Coteau is what it looks like. Coteau. Coteau. Maeghan Coteau. How you doing? I hope you had a happy birthday. Hope you enjoyed some adult beverages. I hope you're doing okay. And I drink to you. Also on the 13th, good friend of mine, met him here, Tunde Olatinwo. Oh, my man, how you doing? Hope you had a happy birthday. Wish you happy birthday twice on your birthday. I hope it was a good one. And to you, my friend, I wish you many more, and I drink to you. All right, moving on to the 15th. My house commander's grandfather, a good man, Ed Case. Ed, I know, got a lot going on. You got a lot on your plate. I'm gonna try to get Robin out of here. That way she can be there for you, be there for you and Dorinda and everybody. And I hope she makes it. I hope she's able to get out of here. I'll keep you informed. I'll let you know. Ed, if you need anything, hit me up. You know I'll do what I can for you. If you just need to talk, hit me up. Happy birthday. All right. Next birthday, also on the 15th, Will Cunningham. Now I work with him here I work with him here at Earth Station Okinawa. I don't know why I just hiccuped there for a second. Wished him a happy birthday on his birthday. Will, do you prefer Will or William or Bill or Billy, Willie? Whichever one you prefer, let me know. Man, I hope you had a happy birthday. Drink to you, my friend. All right. Next birthday from the 16th. She is the biggest Seahawks fan that I've ever... Well, she's one of the biggest Seahawks fans I've ever met. Have you been a Seahawks fan since before 2012? Please say yes. I hope so. Sarah Freilich. I worked with her here at Earth Station Okinawa. Sarah, how you doing? I hope life's treating you well. I see her in the process of getting ready to move to hell, as you would probably call it. But Sarah, happy birthday. I hope it was a good one. Hope your husband spoiled the shit out of you. If not, let me know. I'll spoil you. What the hell? All right. And the last birthday for the week. Went to school with her. She graduated a couple years before I did. She's a real sweetheart. She'd always... The first woman I wasn't related to that made a sandwich for me. That's the best way I can think of to remember her. I'm talking about you, Krista Swoveland. Krista, how's it going? How's life treating you in Arizona? Did you go to the Super Bowl? Were you disappointed with it too? I know I was disappointed. But hey, it is what it is. Excuse me. It is what it is. Let's move on. Happy birthday, my dear. All right. Birthdays. Done. Let's give some additional love, shall we? I mentioned him earlier. Josh Baker, guy over at Beer and Song of the Day. I really hope you like this shirt. I had you in mind when I had this made. Josh, keep doing what you're doing. I'm looking forward to seeing you in November too. I drink to you. Warriors drink. All right. Now, these three ladies I'm getting ready to mention, I've got something in the works for you. I'm going to start off right off the bat. Krystal Lloyd, you may or may not have heard the name on this show before. I know she's been mentioned before on Beer and Song of the Day. She's a poet. She is a model. I think she might even be in the burlesque now. But I worked with her in jolly old England. I got an envelope from her the other day. Oop. Had one of these in it. Krystal, my dear, thank you so much for hooking me up. And to think, all I did was share your page once. That was it. And I got one of these too. Got one of these. Might be a gift for the wife. I don't know. Premium beauty soap. She's either telling me I'm ugly or I don't know. I'm kidding. No, Krystal, thank you so much for hooking me up. I'm gonna do my best to return the favor here in the next couple days. And I drink to you, my dear. All right, next on the list. Let me give some hope to. You've heard the name on this show before. Give some love to Captain Hope, or is it Captain Portis? I'm not sure. Christine Hope. Christine, how are you? I hope you're doing okay. I hope things are going well for you. Check her page out on Facebook. Look up Live Long and Prosper. You should see a picture of Spock standing in front of the nebula playing a guitar wearing a short sleeve shirt, if I remember correctly. I'm weird when it comes to things like that. It may or may not be her picture. If it is, sweet. If not, I need to check out the page then. Hey, drink. Blah, blah, blah. Cheers. All right, next on the list, the lovely Jennifer Conley. Big supporter over at Beard Song of the Day. She's a big supporter of mine. Every time I give her some love here, she hooks me up. She shares my show. She got me up to about, which like was it? Did you help me break 200 or was it 250? I don't remember which one of those barriers you helped me break. She's a huge supporter of my page. Jen, I hope I get to meet you in person someday. I drink to you. Maybe next time it'll be something of the adult variety. All right. Couple more. Almost there. Got to give some love to my dear friend Maeghan. Moogie, how you doing? I hope you're okay. I'm still jealous of you. I am still very jealous of you. You went to that convention. I think, was it Vegas? No, which convention was that? I don't know, but you took a picture of an autographed picture of William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy from the motion picture. Very jealous of you. I wish I had thought to try to send you some money so you could pick me up one too. But hey, it is what it is. You lucky booger. Still jealous of you. But hey, you're a good friend of mine. I miss seeing you. Miss hanging out with you. I'll give you the Prosper salute. Why not? Hang on. Nope, false alarm. Thought I had to sneeze. And I drink to you again, as always. And last but not least, one of my mentors that I worked with in good old Germany, Stephanie Eccles. How you doing, sunshine? I miss seeing you. I really do. I really miss seeing you. I miss the chance talking to you every day. But I'm glad I had the chance the last couple days to catch up with you, talk to you, chat with you a little bit. I hope I get a chance to see you again. You are definitely one that I would absolutely love to bump into again. Oh, excuse me. I drink to you. Ooh, I'm going to find out why they call this a Warriors drink here in a little bit. All right. Additional greetings extended. Let's move on to this week in Trek history. Not a whole lot went on this past week in Trek history. Just a couple items. On the 13th, 2005, Star Trek Enterprise's penultimate and finale episodes air. Terra Prime, and these are the voyages. Terra Prime was the superior product, in my humble opinion. These are the voyages. Well, I drink enough of this, we'll find out what These Are the Voyages was, in my opinion. Overall, it was a decent episode. It was a decent episode, don't get me wrong. The episode was decent, I just don't think it was finale worthy. These Are the Voyages was not finale worthy. I'm sorry. That's how I feel. But anyway, with the premiere of these two episodes, this marked the end of new Star Trek on television and what I believe to be the end of the franchise. J.J. Abrams is batting about 500 with his alternate universe Star Trek movies. So, hey, it is what it is. This Star Trek 13 had better be good, is all I'm going to say. And speaking of the JJ-verse movies, May 16th, 2013, Star Trek Into Darkness is released in the United States. I actually saw it a week beforehand. in good old Germany when it came out. All right, Trek history, done. Let's go into the database, shall we? This week's entry, the Changeling from the original series. The Enterprise finds an ancient interstellar probe from Earth, missing for 265 years, which has somehow mutated into a powerful and intelligent machine bent on sterilizing entire populations that do not meet its standards of perfection. Ooh, nasty. All right, if this thing will work and let us go behind the scenes. Hello, computer. Come on, work with me. This isn't going. Folks, I apologize for the technical difficulties. Let me reload the page, see if that'll work. The only problem about taking this directly from the page and not printing it out like I used to. As long as we're waiting, how's everybody feel about the upcoming football season? Who do you think is going to win it all? Who do you think deserves to win it all? Who do you think is going to get eliminated? Do you think this is going to be the last season for a couple of major players like Peyton freaking Manning and Tom Giselle won't let me go to the Pro Bowl? Brady. There we go. We'll find out. All right. Now that we got that tape, now that my computer is finally catching up. Almost. Come on. What? Damn it. Alright, my computer is being a pain in the butt. There we go. Go figure. Alright. Got it going again. We're okay. Maybe. Okay, here we go. Got it going again. Let me just make a couple adjustments. I wish this week wasn't dry because of all this, but hey, it is what it is. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I think I've been talking to Josh over Beer Song of the Day too much here recently. Starting to affect me over here. I'm starting to get the luck of a murder victim with electronic devices. Come on, computer. Load up. Geez, for a brand new computer, it's running like crap. Well, maybe we'll go behind the scenes this week. That was nice. I found a Trojan horse on my computer. Excuse me. Alright, I wiped it out. Come on. Cooperate with me. Pain in the butt. Pain in the butt. Come on. Close out some of these other tabs I don't need right now. Alright, come on. Time to move along home. Let's do this. There we go. Alright. Although never credited, this episode, which depicted an Earth-launched space probe that acquires almost unimaginable powers in the course of the search for its creator, excuse me, became the inspiration behind the first Star Trek film. It also inspired the Questor tapes, a 1974 series pilot written by Gene Roddenberry and Gene Kuhn, which also featured a robot with a damaged memory who searched for its creator. For some reason, some fans have appended to Star Trek the motion picture the punning subtitle where Nomad has gone before. It's funny. It's funny. Also never credited, the idea behind this episode was inspired by the last episode of the original, The Outer Limits. That episode, called The Probe, with Janos Prohaska in a Horta-like rubber suit and Mark Richmond, featured an alien automated probe which headed for Earth after apparently encountering one of our deep space exploration devices. As in the Trek episode, the probe nearly kills everyone because of its imperative to sterilize. Director Mark Daniels portrays Jackson Roykirk in the photograph, wearing Scotty's dress uniform. So that's who that is. Eddie Paskey is seen in a gold shirt in this episode, so he would match the standard stock footage screen shot with George Takei and an extra's left shoulder. In the Corbomite maneuver, he is seen wearing gold in the corridor during Kirk to crew announcements. The same shot was recycled in many episodes, including The Menagerie Part 1 and Assignment Earth. Paskey also appears in a red technician's jumpsuit in the main engineering scenes. Imagine that. Did he have a twin brother or two? I don't know. Lemley's first name, Roger, is given in this episode. His last name wasn't revealed until the following season in The Lights of Zatar. Who's that? Who cares? William Blackburn appears in 3 different colored Starfleet uniform colors in this episode. His usual gold is Hadley, a blue uniform in a corridor scene, and in a red technician's jumpsuit in main engineering. Why do they keep recycling all those people? It's not like they could be everywhere at once. Well, I guess with a crew of 430, you're bound to bump into somebody at least twice. After Nomad explodes, William Shatner quickly raises his hand to the camera as the scene fades away. An outtake of this scene is incorporated into the blooper reel of the show's second season. At one point, Shatner... Where's it at? At one point, Shatner turns to the camera and declares, "Listen, about that bacon." "No, really." It then appears to swallow something. Presumably medication for an upset stomach. His comment follows an earlier outtake that shows him sitting in the captain's chair on the bridge and confiding, "No, listen, that bacon is really bad. It just stays with you all day." Also in the blooper reel, William Shatner tells Nimoy that the Enterprise is prepared to beam it aboard. Excuse me. James Doohan says, "But Captain, you forgot all about the environment and all that stuff. Do you want to really do that?" A grinning Doohan steps out of camera frame, leaving a slightly perplexed Shatner behind, bemusingly shaking his head. Doohan did not deliberately ruin the take, however. It was already ruined since Shatner actually did forget to say in the dialogue concerning the environment. Footage of Nomad exiting the turbolift is recycled to show him leaving sickbay. Hey, you gotta save money where you can. When the 2 security guards shoot Nomad for not obeying them, the visual effects artists apparently used the door frame behind the guards as a guideline for the boundary of Nomad's shields. This has the unfortunate effect of making it seem as if the guards' phaser beams are striking the door frame. I see it. Spock mentions that Nomad's first attack on the Enterprise was the equivalent of 90 photon torpedoes. Surprisingly, the attack only reduced the shields by 20%. This seems even stranger a few moments later when Nomad absorbs the energy of a single photon torpedo, and Kirk wonders how anything could absorb so much energy and survive. Thought my door was open. Surprisingly, too, Uhura is re-educated in a matter of days, presumably with all her memories intact as well. That doesn't add up. Here we go. Here's an interesting note. This episode marks one of 4 times Kirk is able to talk a computer to death. This technique is also used in The Return of the Archons, I, Mud, and The Ultimate Computer, and was similarly done to a robot in What Are Little Girls Made Of? Well, a robot's a computer, so it works. Even though this episode is stated to take place on Stardate 3541.9, the episode list from the official website says it takes place on Stardate 3451.9. I guess whatever it says in the dialogue is official. And finally, in conventions, Nichelle Nichols frequently tells the story of getting into a dispute with director Mark Daniels over the filming of this episode. As it had already been established that Uhura's first language was Swahili, Nichols believed that, after her mind was erased, Uhura would revert to her first language. However, as Nichols herself did not speak Swahili, Daniels wanted Uhura to just speak English. Nichols refused to, telling Daniels that Nichelle Nichols doesn't speak Swahili, but Uhura does. Gene Roddenberry was eventually brought in to settle the dispute, and he sided with Nichols. A linguist specializing in Swahili was then brought to write the few lines of Swahili that are spoken in the episode. And that is that. Sorry about the technical difficulties, but I finally made it. I finished the rest of my Warriors drink. Devoid of life is the brain cells of the average Sequest fan. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to make like the Enterprise and warp out. So I ask you all to take care, have an awesome night or day. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and if you do, name it after me. Don't drink and drive because, well, you might spill your drink, but more importantly, you might kill yourself or someone else. And drinking and driving is dumber than being a Sequest fan. I almost said Seahawks there. Ugh. And what's worse than that is rooting for cheating douchebag crybabies like Tom. Giselle won't let me go to the Pro Bowl, and Bill's balls are deflated, and I can't do anything right anymore, and the only way I can get ahead is to cheat, and I'm going to appeal that 4-game sentence. Brady, men slapping women, racism, animal abuse, fake friends, people who welch on bets, or anyone who is a member of, supports, or defends the Westboro Baptist Church who was not able to picket Leonard Nimoy's funeral because they couldn't find it. I still think that's funny as hell. People like that, or things like that, are highly illogical, and I will not make time for them. Ladies and gentlemen, to quote Mr. Spock at the end of Star Trek II, I have been and always shall be your friend. Please remember that. And above all else, live long and prosper.